guys. I just fucking love music so much. Do you know what I mean? It hurts my feelings so much that I need to bring my knees up to my chest. What the fuck was that? I wanted to share this quickly with you guys, just while I just have this epiphany in the forefront of my brain. I have just worked out from, I don't know what point of view, but the fact that there's such thing as an album versus singles. Why are we releasing a whole album? Do you know why? I've just been journaling, and this is the first time that I'm just like, as I said in my previous video, I've got all these backing track things that I've made on my phone, right? Using GarageBand. And all I've got to do left, all I have left to do is record the vocals, right? And I've just kind of been journaling about how each song, like when I listen to each one, I have like a different voice come through. Like in one of them, it's like, this is what I wrote, okay? So each song can have a different character and vibe, like sweet and saccharine, or dumb and loose, or raspy and carefree, or like animals, based on the beat. It's literally a whole new way of life. I feel like I just need to trust that I like vocalizing, recording, using my lyrics, and just edit in a new way. It's meant to be different from video editing. The default is breathing. Remember that vocally, that's underlined, I usually sound the best when I'm feeling the worst. So just be patient and breathe. And keep believing and affirming. It's a new and exciting way or day and process. And then love heart. And that's when I got the epiphany of like, oh my God, if there's different character voices for each song, that's why I'm working on so many songs at once. Cause like, I used to be like hard on myself about like not working on one song at a time. And I think my way, because I come from like a theatre and acting background, and you might have a completely different way, but I'm just sharing my way with you in case it helps you. But for me, like I can, depending on what character, I can work on like that song. I might have like, you know, in one day I might have a whole different amount of voices or personalities come through. And then I might allocate each one to a different song. Do you know what I mean? So I can continue working on music without, you know, having to be fake, basically. I can be more real because I'm working on each one and then allocating them. Do you know what I mean? Oh my God, this makes no sense. But yeah, thoughts, guys? What do you guys think? Hey, you guys, so this is just the continuation of my last little bit that I did. I just thought I would, because I know that like I started filming stuff about being homeless and where I was going, but I'm kind of over that. I'm kind of just enjoying sticking to music because that is my true passion, even though my views are down, which makes no sense because a lot of my like music videos that I've made to my unmixed and unmastered songs have gone alright, but I guess these days I'm not having to actually DM them to people, so maybe it looks like I was getting more views before, but I feel like people weren't really engaging with it. They were just clicking on the link and then like exiting out seconds later, because if they had seen the whole thing they'd be back for more, right? But one of the things I was going to talk to you guys about, because every time I want to film there's always like people around, so maybe I'll wait like a few minutes before I start talking about the important part. Just wait. I'll keep it playing. What are those people doing? Are they talking? So annoying. Oh, they're laughing. They're talking and laughing. God. no, seriously, that like, that's cute. Oh my god, can you guys hear them? Oh my god. God, okay. Okay, so the thing I was going to talk to you guys about now is how a lot of the time when I feel like musicians, when we tell people close to us, and it's often just like with rape, it's the people nearest and dearest to us who often squish our desires. Wow, that was really graphic. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes, yeah, when we tell the people, like our family or friends, you know, what we want to do with our music, and even the fact, even if we don't mention what we want to do, even if we just talk about our music, people will just be like so negative about it. And that's because they're focused on the outcome. And it's like the end defines the means is basically their mentality. And I disagree with that because I think it's about the journey. And I personally think, and I personally feel that, yeah, like with music for me anyway, and I'm sure people can relate, is that like it's about the process. And I'm just going to show you some practical ways, or share with you some practical ways that I try to remind myself and practice being in the moment when I do that process. So one way we can do this is by, like, whether it's through the writing process, it depends, because everyone's got a different way they do stuff creatively, but whether it's when you're writing the first draft of the song, or when you first have the idea, however you decide to like put that out there in the first place, like whether you write a few notes, or like say you've got a song idea in your head, it's like don't put pressure on yourself for it to be just good straight away, and just write it down straight away. Write down a first draft, get your idea onto the page, or, you know, into the video. Just express that first initial bit, and that's going to actually do a few different things. First of all, it's going to help ease your mind, because often when we have a lot of emotions or thoughts going on within us, it's easy to get really confused and like overthink things and get into these negative spirals. But then, like, if we write those thoughts down, it's easier to like look at them on paper and go, whoa, like, and then just get like better thoughts about it, and not just be like in these swirling addictive thought patterns. And the other thing that it does doing that is that it encourages us to finish the song, because often it's like we have an idea and then we don't think it's good enough, or we get told it's not good enough, or whatever. Like, the judgment and the pressure like just kills the idea completely. But if we just focus on just going with it, you know, like not judging it, just creating, and let other people judge it. Who gives a fuck? Like, if they want to think if it's good or bad or whatever. It's as an artist and a creator, your job is just to create, and just to keep going and releasing the emotions inside you or whatever. And yeah, it'll encourage you to keep going, because yeah, it might not be perfect. It's probably not going to be perfect, but that's not why you do what you do. Like, do you really do what you do because you want to be perfect? No. Otherwise you'd be like, what's like the perfect career? Like a bank manager or something. No offense. Well, that's not offensive, is it? Being called perfect is probably a compliment. But yeah,
So it's like, yeah, it's not about being perfect. And another thing that you could say is that, like, it's like you might think that you're not good enough to get what you want in terms of your music career. Like your music isn't good enough, or you're not skinny enough to perform that song yet, or you're not you know, your voice isn't as like versatile yet, or maybe you think your dance moves are terrible and you need to get better at this A, B and C before you can do X, Y and Z. But it's like, no, you have those desires within you for a reason, because it's like the people that you meet along the way as you're creating those things, as you're getting from place to place to get the items that you need for that thing. Like the way the universe works is that like the people that you'll meet will be perfect to help both you and them. So it's like a win-win situation. You'll inspire them and they might inspire you, and you might like, you know, like it just makes sense. It'll make sense later or at the time or whatever, but it's like so many cool things can come from you just creating and starting from where you start now. Writing that first word down on the page, anything. But like, don't die with the music still in you. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's just what I wanted to share for now. So I'll see you in the next little bit when I get some more inspo. Hope you're well.